because Doechii can do a lot of things, but can she give you a yeah, I know. You want some cash? Throw some more. Hey. Let's come over here and look at my comments, you guys' comments on my last video. So it says 2 Grammy winners take center stage, yet there's an elephant in the room. Any rap girl stands in. Nicki this, Nicki that. Nicki doesn't need a cosign at this point. She has proved herself. Too soon for Doechii to be queen. I can agree with this comment. But I never said that Nicki needed a cosign at this point. She doesn't. Cree, shout out to Cree. He says, in my opinion, a Lauryn Hill cosign in 2025 means little to nothing. However, that is a big accomplishment, and Doechii should be proud of that. In terms of the love that Lauryn showed to Nicki versus Doechii, I think it mainly has to do with the audience that each of these young women were playing to. Lauryn Hill's audience when she was most active is completely different from the current audience and landscape of female rap. Makes sense. Lauryn made music that was woke in the traditional sense of the word, not the gentrified white people version of woke. I also feel like Nicki should be proud of the fact that she was able to become so commercially successful without the cosign of a lot of people she looked up to when she was on the come up. Dope comment. Thank you so much, Creed. Petite says Nicki is very girly and hyper feminine, so I can understand why Miss Hill may respect Nicki but not necessarily artistically vibe with her. No artist is entitled to cosigns or love from their idol. And that is so true, because that is the same thing that we tell these, girls when they, especially when they were acting entitled to a Nicki Minaj cosign and feature a couple of years ago. So yeah, we can apply, the same like sentiments, the same points. So it says, when Nicki came out with Pink Friday, I was blown away by her talent. Doechii doesn't stand out to me. Nicki Minaj still has a massive hold on the female rap market. Hence, that is the reason she will always outsell all female rappers. On the other hand, if she supports other female rappers, they will potentially be successful. And that's also what we've seen on in the past couple of years. Bottom line, Nicki's musical moments are very superficial. She doesn't tackle a lot of deep topics. I disagree. You just haven't listened to her albums. She doesn't really talk about colorism or racism or social issues. She doesn't. And it's like, is that a bad thing? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily go to my favorite artists for their opinions on those on those topics, especially if that's not natural to them. You don't want to force an artist to speak out about important issues, especially you don't know their opinion might not necessarily align with your own. And I would hate to lose respect for my favorite artist because of our political agreements or disagreements. You get it? Anyway, she helped shape, as in Nicki helped shape BBL culture, which is the antithesis of songs like That Thing by Lauryn Hill. True. Talent and success wise, Nicki can sit with Lauryn, but they don't have compatible messages, so I can see why she hasn't really co signed Nicki. It would make her look like a sellout. Longtime fan of both, but for different reasons. I don't know how I feel about this take. Of course, I appreciate your take, but I feel like Nicki's like total message in music is very nuanced. She is such a versatile artist, and not in terms of sound, but in terms of meaning. Every one of her songs can have a different meaning. She has so many inspirational songs, so many introspective songs, autobiographical songs like All Things Go, Are You Gone Already, where she talks about the hardships in her life and stuff like that. When Again, Barbie Dangerous, Hard White, like things that are about motivation and working hard. And then of course there is her sexual music, her slower music, R&B and stuff like that. And she also has her hits and her power anthems. So I think Nicki is such a multifaceted artist, and that's why in my previous video I was wondering, I brought up the point about, is the commercialism aspect of Nicki Minaj too much for Lauryn Hill? Nicki is just too palatable. She is the most palatable female rapper ever. She's able to be serious and unserious, right? I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand about the queen, because Doechii can do a lot of things, but can she give you a yeah, I know. You want some cash? Throw some more. Hey. All right, let's get back to the comments. Shout out to everybody who commenting on my shit. It's disrespectful when anybody does anything. Barbs are so miserable. What did WTF does Nicki have to do with anything? Well, child, a lot of barbs even say that, themselves. And so I could agree that the barbs are miserable. There's a lot of miserable barbs out there. But, once again, I do think that there is not in this situation like specifically, but I do think that if they could, they would erase Nicki Minaj's legacy, because Nicki Minaj's legacy is not, they don't make, the industry doesn't really profit off of Nicki the way that they can profit off of all of these other women, right? And so that's really the biggest reason why Nicki has had so much trouble in the industry. Peace Pocket says your caption is a reach. Just because Lauryn showed Doechii love doesn't mean Lauryn disrespected Nicki. Great. The title of my video was like, did Lauryn Hill disrespect Nicki, or Lauryn Hill disrespects Nicki Minaj over, to show love to Doechii or something? Once again, that ended with a question mark, right? So it's not necessarily my opinion. It's to evoke conversation, which is why we're all here, because it piques all of our interests, right? So just because you see a title of a video doesn't mean that that's what the person actually thinks, or if that's exactly the message that they're trying to get across. And that's why it's important to listen to the whole video. So shout out to everybody who does that for me. Make sure to like the video and subscribe with all notifications turned on. Okay, let's go through this and then we're going to be done. Doechii music and lineage is similar to Lauryn. Nicki is talented. Her and all the other female rappers have a stripper image and lead with sex. It could make sense for Lauryn to co-sign. It wouldn't make sense for Lauryn to co-sign any of them. Okay, cool. I can agree with that. Nicki has a lot of sex appeal. It oozes out of her and it's very, very natural. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally when you're with me, baby. But anyway, this is what Nicki had to say. She said, go use someone else now, standing on toes all 2025. Yo, does that mean that Nicki not gonna get baited, bitch? Okay, Nicki, is you finally gonna sit your ass, I think that that is a huge reason why Nicki's probably stepping away from hip hop right now, because she feels like they're always trying to bait her. They're always trying to use her to get a response so that the other girl can respond and then get a boost off of their career, like Cardi did, like Megan did, like a lot of these other girls did. And so I really, truly hope that Nicki keeps doing what she's doing, staying out of the way. And honestly, I don't even think, a response is even really necessary, because staying totally unbothered from the conversation and or just not speaking on it in total is really going to keep you safe, right? Because it's like anything that you say will be getting talked about, right? Not just me. I'm sure that they're already dragging this and arguing on Twitter, and we all know what happens every time like this happens. So yeah, I really truly hope that Nicki learns her lesson, because man, why, I am so tired of going through the same thing every year. We're all tired of it. So once again, labels and managers, let your artists stand on their own, okay? But you let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video, and I can't wait to see you in my next one.
Don't ever get it twisted, bitch. You're telling me I'm perfect. You don't even know. You just got here, but you've been turning off my brain, 'cause you said